What's going on, everybody? Nice to see you guys today. And we are sneaking back in for one last college football game this season. It will be the national championship game where the heavily favored Georgia Bulldogs are going to take on the huge Cinderella story of TCU. And, we would sit here before the playoffs begun to say that this would be the game that we'd be watching tonight. I don't think a whole lot of people would have jumped right in there and said, hey, TCU is going to win this game against Michigan, and TCU is going to be there against Georgia on the last night, going for everything. I don't think anybody would have bought into that. Max Duggan's played out of his mind. The last time we talked about in here was TCU being here. You saw they had an undefeated season where they were shut out of the playoff, weren't invited. That was Andy Dalton's senior season, which was 2010 or 11, somewhere around there. And here we are, we're back again today, and they've got a chance. And now I gotta say, in this game, David does not stand a whole bunch of a big of a chance, but you know what? We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to sit here and have some conversation in the chat. It's going to be lighthearted. Going to have, anybody that wants to join the channel, the subscribe button, hit it. It's free. You can hit that like button too. That would mean the world to me. And it's just going to be a good time tonight. We're going to watch some college football as we get ready for our NFL playoffs next week. Ready for those games. And we're going to see something special here tonight. Hopefully, we get to see a great game with an underdog putting up a tremendous fight against a heavy favorite, 13.5-point favorite, almost 2 touchdowns. Georgia's favored today. Say hi to a few of those that have been in the chat or are in the chat. Crafty was in here earlier saying goodbye, Kingsbury, Lovey, and Joe Woods. I got a couple comments on that one, but look at Lovey. Probably knew he was losing his job today. Goes out there and gets the dub as a final. Hey, thank me for my service type of thing. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know that, but it was really cool seeing them beat Indy and give Chicago the number 1 pick. I heard they were chanting Lovey in the Chicago stands. So, hey, but you know what? Great coach, great leader. Might have deserved better than one and done, but hey, that's the way the NFL goes. Lindsay says, go TCU. We're going to have a lot of people in here supporting these Horned Frogs tonight. It's going to be huge. I really think that if they come out here, if they can pull off some quarterback runs and keep that defense off balance, I think they got a chance to put up big numbers today. MH Plays, what's going on? Thank you so much. That was targeting. Hello. I like that. That was targeting. Sports Cat in the house. And Daniel Rezick. Go Frogs, man. I'm telling you what, we're going to have a lot of Frogs fans in here. You know what? If we boost our poll up over 100 votes today and the Frogs can get the majority, I'd be surprised, but I want to see it. So 100 votes. We'll close it down probably about the end of the third quarter. There is the potential that I may have to scoot a little bit early if this game is out of whack. I might have to close it down, but no big deal. J-Man from Metal Sharks is in the house. Nice to see you, J-Man. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. You should probably be over watching the Monday Digs videos right now because KCMD is getting ready to go on at 7:30. I'm here today, but absolutely smash the like button, play in the poll. And we're getting ready to start the game. It's getting really close. They're doing the introduction for the game right now, and they're coming back in, and we're going to play some football. Oh, all right. And there it is, beautiful SoFi Stadium. Different. Well, it's not really a different environment than what they was playing in Atlanta last week, and the Peach Bowl. I guess that was the Atlanta one. I'm trying to figure out where the other game was. Can't remember. Fiesta Bowl, Tucson. Sounds right. TCU is Big 12. Yeah, Jay, man, I figured that's more your speed, but man, I definitely appreciate you stopping by. Haven't seen you around a lot this year. Of course, I haven't been around a lot either. So, what's up, Haley? The Bloodlings. Hey, that's coming. Bloodlings. I think it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of analogies for that. Blood fam, blood crew, blood clots. I even brought up bloodletting, and some people looked at me like I was kind of funny. And I thought, it is what it is. All right. And that's the other part of this. I'm glad I don't have to listen to the commentators on the TV too much. Hey, there's a Team Georgia all the way. Smash that poll. Hey, if you guys know anybody that would like to hang out, I know there's going to be a lot of different people roll through here tonight. They'll come in, they'll stay for a minute, then they'll leave. My goal always is to find one or two like-minded people that want to be part of the family, that come in here that like to communicate and hang out and watch some sports. That is our goal every time, and we'll hope it works out that way. But nice to see you, Rebecca. Nathan, what's going on? And Nathan will mod effectively. Hey, Nathan, I want to try something tonight. If there's an inappropriate message in the stream that you see, eliminate the message, but don't time the person out. Want to see how people react. I want to give people a little bit more rope, just to see how they act, because you know how it can get inappropriate stuff. Just eliminate the message, and we'll work together on it a little bit. And there's Stetson Bennett, man. Everybody, I don't think he's as good as everybody thinks. He's a good quarterback, but I'm not so sure that he's the man. I really want to see how Max Duggan does today. The reincarnation of the Red Rocket, only this guy's a little bit more athletic. He's built better. He's more mobile. Very similar. Yeah, Lindsay, I'm sorry you don't have cable. You can, is there a free streaming service you can watch us on tonight? I just thought that there would probably be. No, first game will be in here for the playoffs. Anybody interested will be in here. That will be Saturday afternoon, the 4:30 game. And I'm sure it's one that I don't really like. Which game is that on Saturday? Nathan, which game is Saturday at 4:30? I know Alex gets the night game. Gonna pick 6 Bennett all day long. Hey, there you go. You want to talk about the great equalizer in football is turnovers. We've seen that every NFL game. That's the one thing that will equalize a smaller school. I don't think so. I don't think I got Vikings and Giants at 4:30. Please tell me no. Right on, man. Never going to get it. May not. Yeah. We were talking earlier. It was 2011, I think, when Andy Dalton took them to an undefeated season, and they got left out of the BCS or whatever it was called, and they didn't get a chance to compete as an undefeated team. Did you look at the schedule, Nathan? Yeah, I'm not sure how many we'll get. I think we're going to be able to get 5 games this weekend. So hope. I'm excited to watch this game. I really want TCU to compete, win the game. I think it's good for college sports. It's like rooting for that 16 seed in the NCAA tournament. More like a a 12. They're more like a 12 seed than a 5-12 game. I haven't got my other score up here ready to go yet. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yeah. The Bengals and Ravens are Sunday night. Chargers, Jags is Saturday night. I know the Monday night game is Dallas and Tampa Bay, right? So that leaves. I know I don't get Jackson. Oh, that's. I don't. It's not the Buffalo game. Maybe it is the Giants and Vikings. Oh, that don't sound fun at all. Saturday at 4:30. Oh, it's Seattle at San Francisco. I get to watch and analyze Brock Purdy. That ought to be okay. I can take Brock Purdy. I can handle that. You know, it surprises me how many tabs I have open every time I click on one of my browser windows. And we're at the national anthem, so we're getting ready to start this bad boy. Only 8 minutes late. Sunday afternoon. Oh, so I still have to do the Giants and Vikings. I got it. Man, J-Man, I would definitely be down for it. And the main reason is not just to watch, the undefeated number one team go down. It's more about you don't have to go to those programs. You don't have to go to those 5 or 6 elite programs that flood this thing every year. You can go to a school like TCU if you're a top player. You can go to let me pick another one that could have got here. Not necessary, and not even at Oklahoma or Texas. You can go to there's other chances to get into this tournament. Now with the expansion coming here in a year or two, it gives even more options. So I don't think players are going to be as restricted on where they want to go so that they can be seen and under big lights. So, with that being said, programs like TCU are going to have an opportunity going forward, especially, after an appearance here tonight. A win would be huge. Rebecca says she's going to have the munchies tonight. Yeah, I wonder who's going to QB the early game on Sunday. Are we going to have Teddy back, or is there the possibility that we get Tua for that game, or is he done? Nobody's come out and said. Yeah, Jake. Yeah, me too, brother. Who day? Go Bengals. Yeah, I do wish that our Hoosiers were a little bit better. I've been trying to coach myself up. Nope, TJ, I don't think the Packers choked. I think the Packers got beat by the better team that wanted it a little bit more. Don't you always feel like Green Bay's effort was kind of lethargic? And then if they were winning, great. If they were losing, we had, who cares at this point? We're not having a great season. I never felt like I never felt like I seen the drive to be successful in Green Bay this year. It just seemed like a bunch of pot smokers sitting around watching movies. If we do good, we do good. If we don't, better. There's always next year. So I feel like Dan Campbell's a stud. I feel like Dan Campbell should be coach of the year probably. Regardless, Dan Campbell did a great job. Yeah, you know what? And there's nothing, a hot team, a team on the rise. Good for Jared Goff. You got to give that guy some props too, because he's not the best quarterback out there. He's about a top 10, 15 quarterback maybe. And, he goes out there and does a good job. Well, only 2 official concussions there, J-Man. Not sure if that third one really they're going to count. But I wondered if he was done for his career. And there comes TCU onto the field. Yeah, I think going for 2 and winning that game was Lovey saying goodbye with a kiss. Gotta love Lovey Smith. He's a good coach. Deserves an opportunity. He's had an opportunity as a head coach. He'll wind up okay. I don't know that it's going to be Lamar, Lindsay. I'm pretty sure that the way that it looks, we're probably going to see Tyler Huntley. But I would rather beat Lamar than I would play a second or third string quarterback. All right, the captains are headed towards the middle of the field for the coin toss. And there's Matt Stafford. And then LaDainian Tomlinson? Wow. Absolutely. I don't think it's an upset. Can be upset by the Jags. I'm going to tell you, when you have a quarterback with an arm like either of those guys has, anything's possible. I do kind of think Lamar's done with the Ravens. I think they're about tired of his game, but they can still franchise tag him too. Yeah, I would take Lovey as a DC. Hey, and this referee I've seen plenty of times before. I don't have much problem with him. Check out the coin. I want one of those coins. Yeah. Jags knocked him around, but he was beat. Herbert was beat to crap that game. And now the worst part about it is watching Bosa and Mike Williams both leave the game with injuries. That's always the big question. Do you play in those games? Do you play in those games when you know that they mean nothing? I think you do play your players. A lot of teams aren't so sure. Sitting for an extra week gives them a little bit of rest that they're not used to having. I'm a big proponent of playing the game. I think you should go out there and play at least a couple quarters, then go and sit. When will this game start? About 2 minutes, I would assume. That's the other thing. The college coaching or the NFL coaching carousel is in full motion. Black Monday wasn't as black because a lot of people were already let go and had interim coaches, and teams are not waiting around to terminate. I still think Harbaugh ends up in Indy. I still feel that way. I think this week Eagles will rest, and then next week we'll train every day to get the wins. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that I watched the game Sunday. Kylie had that one in here, and Jalen Hurts played very careful football. Staley may still be on the hot seat. I don't know. It's hard to say. Another organization that that doesn't seem to keep people around, so you never can tell. Georgia to kick off, and we're underway. It's going to carry into the end zone, and he's going to take a knee. I'm still wondering about Dallas. I know Mike McCarthy went 13-4, whatever the case may be, and everybody says that he, in the NFL community acts like he's on the hot seat. He may be gone. That would be kind of shocking if they don't win against Tampa Bay. That may happen. Where's Sean Payton going to end up? What is the team willing to give up for Sean Payton? And here we go. Dugan is in the gun. They got two wideouts set to the left. Got one in motion to the left. There's a penalty, and they start the game. It is so loud in there that they couldn't even hear the play call and had a false start. My God. I just hear murmuring on my TV so that I don't get the game feed in here too loud. But that's all I can hear is the roar of the crowd. All right, let's see if they can get their offense together now. 1st and 15 from the 20. Let's go. Let's have a good day today, y'all. Georgia's got a 4-man front. They're back. Dugan's looking. He rolls out right. He throws it deep down the field, and it's just overthrown. Aiming for number 18. I'll learn the names on the fly today. It's hard to keep up with so many college players. Lucky that I can even do it for the NFL. And it's time to shut the beeper off on my phone today, too. All right. Kendra Miller's not playing today? That's not good. 2nd and 15. They're going to do a wide receiver screen out to the left-hand side, and they're going to get about 3 yards on 2nd down. That was number 1, Johnson, with the reception. Yeah, Kendra Miller was one of the guys that helped, really balance that team out last week. I really thought, I guess I've only got my head up here. There we go. That's a little better. All right, they got a 3rd and long. They need about 12 yards. There's the snap. He's back to throw. He's going to let it go down the field, and it's good throw. It's just a little bit low and incomplete. And there's a 3 and out for TCU. Georgia's defense was playing fairly soft on that, so they would have given him the underneath. Pretty close. All right, here comes the punt. Gets it up in the air, clean. He's going to call for a fair catch at the 43. We're down to 31 votes in the poll. Let's kind of keep rolling that bad boy. If you're new in here, read the scrolling ticker at the bottom. Do all those things if you like. Make sure you say hi in the chat. I like to acknowledge everybody that's in here. Because, man, when we do watch parties, it's to hang out and talk to you guys and watch a game. All right, let's see what Georgia's got today. This 3-3-5 defense, and that's a false start immediately. Is that nerves? College kids have nerves? I think Kirby Smart had a great statement about this defense. He says, no matter what we try to do in practice, we're not going to be able to play it the way that they play their defense. Because, nobody knows it better because nobody really does it. So 3-3-5 defense, watch how TCU responds. Man, I tell you what, it looks like it takes away the middle heavily. There's a run play, and he's going to bust through, and the ball almost got stripped, and he's going to get about 5 or 6 yards back. It looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and 9. Yeah, Kendra Miller being out is huge because that's 3-4 yards a carry guaranteed. Can get you into 3rd and short if you want to run. He's a great outlet. He knows he's reliable. That is a big loss. All right, 2nd down and 8. Honestly, I'm sorry they got an extra yard there. Bennett's back to pass. He throws across the middle and it's completed. It's going to be into TCU territory down at the 38. That's Bowens with the catch. Anybody make sure that you definitely say hi when you come into the chat today. Very nice throw and catch there. Yeah, it definitely hurts. Brock Bowers, I'm sorry, I got his name incorrect. Bowers with the catch. 1st and 10. It's going to go play action. He's looking deep, got plenty of time. He drops it down to his running back, and number 30 is going to get out of bounds just short of the first. No, he got the 1st down, but there is a flag on the play. Probably an illegal motion. What's up, Brad? Go Frogs. Make sure you slam the poll, bro. Want to see all that team support in the poll today? At least get 100 votes in here. That's an illegal motion. They're going to have to do that play over. Yeah, I've been watching some of these. I've been kind of going through some of these college players, Nathan. We'll get it figured out, but he looks good. Bowers is a Cali guy, and I love it. You guys have plenty of knowledge. I love facts. Facts are excellent. All right, it's going to be 1st and 15. You're going to go play action again. He's looking down the field. He's going to drop it off to number 19. He's going to get about all of it, but about 3 yards. Looks like about a 12-yard gain. Now, this defense looks like they're dropping back a little bit. And, yeah, so to me it looks like the sidelines and the short passes are wide open all the time for this defense, the way they set. I don't know if they adjust it ever, but I'm just looking to where he's got to throw the ball, and it looks like 3 to 5 yards down on the right-hand side. And they're going to run a jet sweep or a sweep to the left. Number 2 is going to break a tackle, get the 1st down and a few more. And that's going to be Milton. Man, looking at the way they play defense, it looks like your job in this defense is to get the edge. The wide receiver screens, quick sideline outs, 5-yard slants. Looks like great plays. And they're going to hand off again. And Bennett tricks them, and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. They go with the read option there, and Bennett sells the handoff, and he's going to run straight in for a touchdown, not even touched. Stetson Bennett, 21-yard rushing TD, and the Bulldogs strike first. There's Dave. Dave chanting for the SEC. Yeah, let's not talk about that season, Lindsay, how that ended. Yeah, Hawks and Niners. And that's 4:30 for the Hawks and Niners, right? It's not midday. Oh, yeah, it is midday, I guess. That's what you mean. Hawks and Niners are at 4:30. That's the one I get. And Chargers and Jags at night. Shivan, I don't want to butcher your name, Shivan. Shivan Jetwa says game is over. Well, I'll tell you what, Georgia looked the part of the number 1 team in the country. They punched everybody in the face on that drive and went down and scored. Make sure you smash the poll, Shivan. And feel free to communicate and chat in here as much as you like. Yeah, Dave, it's going okay. I'm excited that we're getting ready to start some playoff football. Everybody congratulate Nathan on winning our CBS picks for the year. I don't know what the final score was, but I know he beat me. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm just saying Georgia got the foot up early. They took advantage of their first drive, and they got the easy score. It's not over yet. Oh, I didn't know that the Pick'ems went into the playoffs. Heck yeah. Nope. Dave says nope. NFL is over now. Yeah. You know, Dave's personal opinion. Did we see Rodgers' last game? This season doesn't even count anyway. I got you, Dave. Alex wants you to sweat it out. Hey, if the pick'em's not over, it's not over. Yeah. Tell that to Brady, Crafty. Yeah, I mean, you could have a stellar Hall of Fame class if Rodgers, Brady, and J.J. Watt all retire this year. That's 3 first ballot guys for sure. Man, Bennett really sold that play. Pretty good move, nice footwork getting into the end zone. Yeah, in an instant, Crafty, he lost half his rings. And TCU will take the knee. And by the way, Alex, I did feed the cat this evening, so he did get a scoop of food. All right, TCU probably want to answer. I got you. They are in big trouble without Miller. I agree with that. Let's see if they can. And Dugan gets squashed. Tries to go play action or a quarterback draw and gets hammered by Georgia. SoFi banned tailgating before this game. I'm glad I don't live in LA. Three Bulldogs pummeled the quarterback there. They didn't sell that play very good. No, it doesn't. There's a snap. Dugan throws the screen out right. He's going to break through the hole and get about 2 yards. Back to the 21. That's going to leave up about a third and about 14. Hey, yo, Puppet. Speaking about people that live in California, that's Puppet's domain out there. 9:47 to go in the first quarter. Duggan's back to pass. He's got to get something downfield. Has time. Lets it go. And it's tipped and it's incomplete. Throws into double coverage. It was only about a 6-yard toss. It wouldn't have got a first down anyway. Not your domain. You just live here. California is a big place, dude. But there is a defensive penalty. Automatic first down. TCU gets a break. Kirby's out there on the field. Oh, that looked suspect. Stefanski will be on the hot seat next year. Yeah, they let him blame the defensive coordinator today. There's a sweep. He's going to try to get the outside. And there's a fumble on the ground. And they're fighting for the ball. Looks like Georgia came up with the ball and TCU turns it over first. Dave says I would cheer for TCU if they weren't in the Big 12. Oh, that was weak. That's poor ball. He didn't even get a good grip on that ball to strip him. That's going to give Georgia a short field here. And before this game gets started, it could be over. You're flooded and you can't even go home, Puppet? Wow. And Bowers is going to take off, and he's going to make a nice gain there on first down. Hi, Miss Amethyst. So nice to see you. I was glad to see you stop in the other day. I like it when I see the names that I haven't seen in a minute. We definitely appreciate you. Participate in the poll if you would. Smash the buttons down at the bottom. Subscribing is free. Play action pass. Bennett rolls out. He fires downfield, and it is caught at the 12-yard line and out of bounds. I don't know what happens in California. I try to ignore the state as much as possible. That was a pretty good throw on the run. Stetson gets it out. Oh, yeah, it's caught. Definitely smash the buttons. A field goal stop here would be big for them, honestly, if they can hold them to 3. And Georgia's going to plow it forward, straight forward on first down with the run to number 28. He's only going to get a few yards. That wasn't 28. I'm sorry. That was the TCU guy. Subscribing will actually cost you your your soul. Could be. A lot of people voted for TCU, Dave. We got underdog fever in here today. Just because you're an underdog by 13.5 points means that you don't have to start that far down. Bennett goes across the middle and another nice play by 28, and that's Bradford the third. He gets his hand in there and knocks it away. Clint says, I voted for TCU. Right on, Clint. Very quick hands. Dave is an SEC guy and very opinionated. Nathan Richardson, pick 6 incoming. All right, here it is, 3rd and 7. Bennett's in the gun. One wide out right. Looking downfield, looking, fires. It's complete, and it's going to be stopped at the 7-yard line, and TCU is going to hold here. Perry with a nice hit. It's okay, Dave. There's no tie vote in this game, Puppet. And Georgia will have to take the 3 points off the turnover. They are turned away. TCU looks like they're settling in a little bit on defense. Jack. Feels written in the stars for the Bills. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but it does feel like the Bills are given, or it looks like the Bills are trying to be given every opportunity to get there. You know, everything just seems to be working in that favor. I will always say my Bengals, of course, because I think they're playing well enough to get there. But the teams that are playing the best ball in each conference right now is Kansas City and San Francisco. I think those two teams are playing at peak performance right now, and I think that I want it to be a Bengals Niners, but I'm kind of feeling the Chiefs and Niners. But I'm going to root hard. Well, both teams are Southern, right? Oh yeah, yeah. B. I think Dugan's got to play a little bit with his legs because right now they're busted. That defensive line seems to be too strong. They're busting right through and getting in there. So he's going to have to get a couple passes out early, set up and get a chance to get some run game going just to give him a little bit more time. I can't argue with that. J-Man says, glad to see our 3 Florida teams are in the playoffs. That is pretty cool. I'm not glad to see all 3 of them in the playoffs, but I have respect for Jacksonville and Doug Peterson. Miami just skinned in. And Tampa Bay, I just wish kind of would go away, honestly. Yeah, Jack, who do you got for the Super Bowl, bro? No, I'm not a soccer guy. Alex does some, but it's definitely not my forte. On your stream, you have a grand total of 0 follower or viewers. Promote it. Hey, you know what? You want to be fair? I mean, I know we don't do that great, Sports Cat, but you know, there was many night me and Alex sit in here and talk to ourselves while we were streaming, and there was nobody. So you just got to work if you want it. We'll take what we get. Met a lot of good people in here just by, you know, coming in here, talking sports and hanging out. Yeah. Also, Nathan says it. There is a self-promotion page on our Discord. A lot of people in here do creation, man. We all create a little bit. All right. Here, Duggan's got a chance here. He's going to start. He's going to go. He's going to hand it off, and that's going to bust a nice little hole there for number 3. He's going to get about 4 yards on first down, and that gets them into positive yardage for the first time so far today in the 2 drives they've had the ball where they didn't go backwards. Yeah, if you're on a phone, you just download the app, SportsCat. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 6. There's the snap. He's back to throw. He has time. Looking deep down the field to a wide open guy, number 11. He makes a move. He's going to keep on his feet. He's going to go on, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Big play for TCU, and they are on their way back down the field. Let's get this going. And they're going to go hurry up here and not let Georgia substitute. They line up straight on the ball. They're going to try to force them into a timeout. There's a handoff. He's going to bust straight through and get all the way down to about the 6. What a nice throw. Let's see what happened. It was the cross, and they got the coverage mixed up. The safety wasn't in the right spot, and he was gone. Nice play. TCU is on their way back. And we do have an injured Bulldog on the field, number 97. He's got spun out of his cleats. That's a move that you don't see a wide receiver make a lot of the time. Usually they don't, once they catch the ball, they don't stop. But he saw coverage coming and he had separation, so he stopped and then changed his path to try to be able to get around him. It didn't quite work, but he did pick up some good yards. All right, Clint. That's a little political. I don't want political stuff in here. I would prefer not have religious comments in here. Just keep it like that. I got you, but it starts with one, man. I get you meant no harm. We usually kind of govern that kind of stuff with an iron fist around here, but we're going to be a little better about it today. We're gonna cut people some slack. But yeah, it's just, we're in here to have fun, man. What if your religion revolves around Christian Watson? You know what? If you're praying to the football gods, Dave, I'm down with that. I just, I love sports controversy and argument and opinions and whatnot. I just don't want the things that, and Alex feels the same way, that can be discussed somewhere else by people that care about that stuff a lot more. Stuff that people just want to fight about is no fun at all. You can take shots at me all day, sarcasm, I don't care, I love it. And just those are a couple things that we try to keep out of all of our streams. No, I said if you like to pray to the football gods. I didn't refer to Christian Watson as a football god, but you know what? Let's be honest. He has got a very prominent future, if he just keeps improving. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. TCU's looking to get in. They can get to the 1. They're going to hand the ball off. He's going to bust forward the line. He's going to be about a half a yard short. He's going to get down to just inside the 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and half a yard, 2 yards to score. We'll see how good Christian Watson is when Aaron Rodgers is a Titan. And there's a touchdown for Duggan. He's going to run it in. He's going to match Bennett and run one in for his team. And TCU is back to life. Bills versus Dallas. That's interesting, Jack. everybody has their thoughts. Dallas does have the highest scoring offense in the NFL. I mean, I remember. You know what? Hey, Jack, if you haven't joined, make sure you join our It's in the Blood Pick'em. You can come in here and pick the rest of the season out with us. We'll definitely pick it up, bragging rights in here. Yeah, Watson does remind me of Devontae Adams too. Ben says Justin Herbert is my religion, my savior. See, that's cool. I think Dobbs can be better than MBS. You just got to learn how to hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. Yeah, Dave. I'm sure Dave already probably has them memorized. Hey, you know what? We don't get many Charger fans in here. Right on, Ben. I'm looking forward to the Chargers and Jacksonville game. I'm not going to lie. I think that's got the potential to be the best game of the weekend. Everything else just seems kind of trivial. No, there's not a lot of Charger fans, even in your hometown, your new hometown of LA. And I don't know how it works for San Diego. J-Man says go Jags. I think your two quarterbacks both have the cannon. They both have the potential. They both got weapons. And then there's Snowman right there. Snowman Multimedia. Brian Snow has Snowman in the morning. He has content coming at all times. Also, if you know anybody that has a definitely a laptop, the man is in need to be able to be mobile. Brian, I think that's hilarious. One of the things I've taken from your show is you do the same thing as that I try not to do. You call everybody by the hometown that they should be called. And the Washington Redskins, San Diego Chargers, I hear it every single time when you're on, and it makes me smile every time. Yeah, but you don't always win games with offense. I think Herbert's just a year more polished. I think they've got pretty equal ability. I love the Houston Oilers. Man, I was a big Earl Campbell fan, man. Earl Campbell and Warren Moon. All right, there's the kickoff. It's going to be short and fielded at the 4. It's going to bring up to the 20, gets out to the 25, breaks the tackle, and gets all the way out close to the 30. Clint, you're from Tyler? My in-laws live close to there, just north of Longview. Heck yeah. Have I ever met anybody in the college pro scene? Just a second. And there is a quick screen to number 84. He's going to cut it back against the grain and go all the way forward for about 9 yards. Let's see. I met Kenny Anderson as a kid, former Bengals quarterback, Super Bowl competitor. I met Anthony Munoz, Pro Bowl right tackle. I met Dave Lapham, offensive lineman for the Bengals. A lot of Bengals. Hold on. Timeout. Here we go again. Bennett's back. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run it to the right. He's got the edge. He's going to get 10. Gets knocked out of bounds after about 13 yards. Anthony Munoz was a stud for a lot of years. Played the game right. And that's just the Bengals. Ronnie Oster for the Reds. Chris Sabo for the Reds. All right. Stetson's in the gun. He's back. He looks. He has a screen plan. And then he goes away from him and then comes back as the defense gets away. And they're going to get about 11 yards on that play and a first down. Number 84, I think his name is McLeod. Pretty good with his feet. Nice. All right, here we go. They are in at the 32. They break the huddle, and they go quick. Bennett's back to throw. He's going to let it go deep down the field to a wide open, and that's McLeod again. Or wait, that's not his name. McConkey, I'm sorry. McConkey for the touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 37 yards. And just as soon as TCU comes back, Georgia does the same thing right back to them. They're asserting their dominance, and TCU's got to respond. That's a kind of a weird name. McConkey. All right, 16-7. We're set for the extra point. Extra point is good. And Georgia extends back to 10. We're still in the first quarter, and we got 17 points on the board. Yeah, so the quick huddle caught TCU off guard, and the cornerback didn't have safety help back deep, and he went to McIntosh, and McConkey just ran by. I like Bobby Bowden too, and Charlie Ward. I miss the old Florida State teams, J-Man, for sure. What's up, Sean? Yeah, 61.5. We're probably going over today. It doesn't look like the TCU defense is going to make a lot of stops, and they're going to have to put up big numbers. The Brian Snow Experience. Oh, I'm sorry. Jack, I'm a huge baseball fan. I've always been a huge baseball fan. Baseball was probably my best sport athletically growing up. Basketball, football, that's pretty much it. I'm not a hockey guy, a soccer guy. Not into boxing. Duggan hands off. He's going to push forward. He's got a nice big hole. He's going to run out for about 10 yards on first down. And that is a nice run for number 3. I can't say his name. It'll come out. Frank Thomas and King Griffey Jr. King Griffey Jr. had the prettiest swing of any lefty I've ever seen in my life. And it is 1st and 10. Duggan's in the gun. He's going to go, hands it off. He's going to push forward, and he's going to run for maybe 6.5 yards more. You know, Snowman, you're going to laugh at this one. You say you like Frank Thomas. I'll take another lefty that swung like that, and I'll take Dave Parker. Big, long swing. Jackie says go Dogs. Colclasher. Hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Nice to see you, Jackie. Smash the poll, please. Any of the other buttons you want to hit. Clint says Mark McGuire. That Cobra. Yes, sir. Some old school talk there, bro. I miss Florida State football. If you want to see me behind a college football team, it used to be Florida State. Sammy Sosa. I love the year that Sosa and McGuire went after it. That was fun. Duggan's back. Oh, he gets splattered at the 41. He had plenty of time to throw, but just couldn't get it out. Willie Parker. Pittsburgh Steelers, all that comes to mind. Pittsburgh Steeler. Pittsburgh Pirate. Willie Stargell. Okay. Yeah, that's we're back to Pittsburgh again. I always didn't like Pittsburgh growing up. Pittsburgh has been my team that I've always been negative towards for whatever reason. 2nd and 18. Duggan throws. He's got the screen out wide, and he is not going to get much on that. Man, I tell you what, I got an excellent collection of early 1980s baseball cards. It's got all the good ones in there as a rookies. It's not. Yeah, Jack, you're right, man. It's not good when frogs get splattered, but he got stuck in between a bulldog sandwich that I wasn't sure that his helmet wasn't going to come flying out of that. Yeah, them choice of words sometimes just come right out, you know. Splattered frogs. Hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Remember when Beavis and Butthead played frog baseball? Yes, sir. You know, as much as I developed my time to the sports world, I let my brain melt with cartoons and Beavis and Butthead, South Park, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. They get my time too. Man. I love Pete Rose. Pete Rose exemplifies what I believe a Major League Baseball player should be. He went out and gave it 150%. He never quit. He done his best to win every game. Nobody attacked the game the way Pete Rose did. Little Charlie Hustle. It's a shame of his gambling issues, and it's a shame he's not in the Hall of Fame because he's probably the best baseball player that I ever got the privilege of watching play. Joe Morgan and Johnny Bench, really good guys on that, a big red machine. The way they were, you know, there were so many good players on that team. It was just hard for them to mess up. Have you ever seen the In-Betweeners? I have not. If TCU is ranked, loses by 30 or more, who's ranked number 2? I think they'll rank them number 2 just because they're in the championship game. Oh, man, baseball fights are a blast. You know, see, baseball, has all the unwritten rules. And, you know, a lot of that they're trying to weed out of baseball. But the fact that, you know, pitchers plunk a guy every now and again, you know, it can be really dangerous. And I think that's why they try to weed it out. But you know, the old Pittsburgh Pirates, you know, if you earned it, you were getting hit with a pitch. It was just so. All right, TCU's at the 42. Duggan fires across the middle, complete. And that's going to get them on 3rd and 17. That's going to get them close. They're about 7 yards, but they're at the 48. Looks like they may decide to go for it on 4th down here. Not in field goal range, but close enough they may try to go for it. Yeah, it just gets out of control now because, you know, guys throw 102 miles an hour now, and getting hit with that baseball is no fun. And TCU does decide to punt. And the fair catch is called for and caught at the 8. There is nothing better. You know, a few years back, Amir Garrett charging the whole Pittsburgh Pirates bench. You know, that guy was an emotional basket case, but when he was on the field, you knew that he would fight to the death for his team. I like that. He ended up getting traded away. So be it. And Yasiel Puig, when he played for the Reds, he would rather just get out there, and I don't think I'd want to mess with him a whole lot. All right, the Frogs need to stop here. They give up only 2.5 on 1st down. Hey, Alex, I think Kitty might want some water. I think he's kicking his water bowl around. I can't exactly hear what he's doing, but he's doing something over there. He's a little wound up. Yeah, man. Puig was a douche, but he made things fun. Agreed. I didn't necessarily want him on my team, but when a fight broke out, I was glad he was on my team. Wow. I mean, talk about slot pitchers, man. I would rather face Quisenberry. Just because Kent Tekulve was a Pirate for the most part, and he probably hit me. Yeah, I like the old school rivalries and stuff. Bennett goes deep downfield to a wide open guy that he has to come back for the ball, makes the catch, and Georgia's on the move again. I don't like it either, man. That was Bowers, who makes a great catch. He makes a good adjustment on the ball. What's up, Traveler? Make sure you vote in the poll today. And anything you want to talk about, by all means, bring it up. That's a stop on 1st down. Winters makes the tackle. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Well, the next play, I got a comment. Bennett's in the gun. He's looking downfield again. He's going to fire it deep to the right side. And good defense. They're looking for a flag. I don't think they're going to get it. So, football has all the physical, interaction, where you're grabbing. You get to burn off some of that energy. But baseball, you only get to expend energy at certain parts of the game. So therefore, you've got all this pent up emotion, and these guys are competitors. And when something goes that they don't like, they snap rather easy. It's not like they get to go out and run 10 laps and burn that energy off. So when they fight, they're animated. And that's why I like baseball fights. Bennett rolls out from away from the blitz. What a great move going to his left, and he's going to dive for the first down and then some. Stetson Bennett avoided the blitz coming right at him. He felt it. He rolled left and got away. Saw it. What a nice play. He immediately tucked the ball. He knew he was in trouble. Oh, yeah. And then getting in the ump's face and screaming and people spitting on every conversation and then kicking dirt on their shoes. God, I love that stuff. It's because they don't get to burn off energy. They're like 4-year-olds after, a candy bar. Yeah. Jackson Carman, I'm not sure what his deal is, but he obviously didn't hear the whistle. Yeah, they're chippy every time. It's funny that at the end of the game, they chill out for a minute to say hey or whatever, but during the game, oh my gosh. Instant replay has honestly chilled baseball out a little bit, I believe. Yeah, the play blew up. I wasn't sure he heard it, but it was a pretty good play. Reggie Jackson or Ken Griffey Jr.? I'll take Reggie Jackson. Bennett takes a shot when he releases the pass, but it's going to be another first down. I'll take Reggie Jackson because Reggie Jackson was big time. When I was a kid, when it came down to, let's just say it, October baseball, he always got the big hit, but Ken Griffey Jr. never really got to make so many impacts like Reggie Jackson did. Ken Griffey Jr. is probably a better hitter, but I'll take Mr. October just because of the big time hits that he got in his career. For sure. I really want to do baseball in here. I really do. But my baseball team makes me so mad organizationally. I just can't stomach it on a daily basis. That's sad, too, to say, because obviously you can tell I'm a huge fan of the game. There's a Jets or handoff sweep left. He's going to get the edge. He's going to gets out of bounds at about the 6-yard line after gaining a first down. Yeah, Alex and I talked about it a little bit. I like the Astros, Clint. I love Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker got a raw deal in Cincinnati. The Astros needed somebody with integrity. They got that manager, and they still got a World Series out of it. And Dusty is going to go one more year, I think, and get a chance to defend his title. There goes Bennett. He's going to run it, and nobody contests him going to the left. Oh. Yeah. Houston needed a boost of integrity. Yeah, TCU is just on their heels and not paying attention to what they see. That play was pretty well easily designed. You can see they had everybody to the left, but there was not one defender over there. Yeah, National League Central is the probably one of the premier divisions just because of how well the rivalries are. St. Louis, Cincinnati, Chicago, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh. I mean, just, a lot of fun. Extra points good. 17. What is the score now? 24-7. Dang. It's just, I was so disgusted. And I guess when I'm disgusted with my team, I don't want to see it at all. I turned it on Game 6 of the World Series is when I started watching baseball this year. I'm not going to lie. I love Dusty seemed like a true player's manager over the years. Dude, he was. He was adored in Cincinnati. He had a team that was competing every year. And you know what? Maybe some of it was his fault when they lost, that series to the Giants. But you know what? He put competitive teams that played hard for him on the field. And then every single year they were making the playoffs. And then they went to Brian Price. What the F was that? And everything that he had built, they destroyed. Now the ownership's got David Bell in there, who's just there for a paycheck. I don't think he cares about his team, and they're destroying everything. Dusty, yeah. Do you think Brady plays next season? I think he does. It's going to be he may go back to New England for a season. He may go to Vegas. I know Nathan doesn't want to hear that. Those are the two likely landing spots. He could be a New York Jet, just because they actually need a quarterback. If they had somebody with discipline in there, they could probably win a few more games. Miami's not out of the realm of possibility. After that, I think it would San Francisco. But they've got enough quarterbacks to where they can, and they really don't need a quarterback to win. Maybe, Dave. Yeah, it's 24-7. It's not a great game right now, but you know what? It's okay. Trading Rodgers for Brady. That's lopsided. Rodgers may end up being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I think it's a Tennessee Titan, man. I'm sold on that one. I know the cap hit too. All right. Here's the kick. He's going to bring it back. He gets it out just about to the 20 and gets smashed by number 19. Let's see, what was the one I heard today? Derek Carr will probably be a Carolina Panther. Jack says Derek Carr will be a Jet. That's a definite upgrade from Joe Flacco. I suspect that two of those three quarterbacks in New York will not be there next season. One of them may survive. Jimmy G might be a Raider. Yeah, Brady. Brady or Jimmy do seem like McDaniel guys. Josh McDaniels. That's okay, J-Man. It's cool. My video over there is on at 9 o'clock if you want to go check it out. I'm not going to be at my own premiere today, so that's not great, but hey. David Carr? Is that who you're talking about, Dave? I remember David. I think David Carr was a Houston Texan for sure. Yeah. Zach Wilson will be at Walmart next season. It's all good. Yeah. Good group tonight, man. You guys are some great conversation while this game's going the way that it is. Hopefully TCU musters up a nice drive here and cuts this lead before halftime. You know, that's another thing that's horrible to try to keep up with, especially as a fan. It's so hard to keep up with how many times players quit because of money, get traded here or traded there. It's so, used to be players stayed with a team for a career or really close. All right, here we go. Duggan's in the gun. Let's see if he can muster a drive here. Back to throw. He's got time. Looking. Tries to split up the middle, and he's going to get about 3 yards on first down. The Georgia secondary is just dominating. I think Zach Wilson will be the only Jet quarterback to stay there next year, yes. I think that'll happen. But he's probably not going to be the starter. There's a snap. He's going to hand it off. He's going to push forward on second down. He's going to get it all the way out to the 28. It'll be 3rd and 2. Trying to get some Horned Frogs mojo in here. Yes, sir. And that's going to come back for a hold. All right. I didn't see it, but it's okay. All right, 7:40 to go. Duggan's in the gun. It is going to be 2nd down and 15 now after that nice play. And there's a completion outside to number 4. He's going to get out to about the 23 before he's knocked out of bounds. Yep. All right, there's a snap. He's back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He's got time. He's going deep. What an arm. And he overthrows his receiver, and he hits the deep safety for an interception. He threw a rocket, and the ball just sailed over his guy's head. I don't think he thought he could throw it that far. So they're playing this one deep safety that's just playing center field. So he bit up early and then takes off back. Oh, they switched places. Jack, we're usually in here on during the season. We're usually in here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, talking about the week prior and the week ahead. We do. Yeah, join the Discord. You can find out every time we're on, man. That'd be great. It's fun. It's easy. You can post whatever you want in there. A lot of good people, Jack. And there's another first down run for Georgia. It looks like this is getting out of hand pretty quick. All right, 6 minutes to go. Yeah, we'll build that Discord. It'll be awesome. All right, Bennett's in the gun again. I don't think he's come out of the gun. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to bust it out right. He's going to push all the way out and get really close to another first down. He's going to get about 9 yards on the carry. Poll is still at 58% right now. Anybody, please feel free to smash it if you haven't. They should agree just to finish the game with a running clock. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. There should be some form of mercy settings. And TCU gets a stop there on 2nd-1. First play for at least no gain that I've seen in a while. Georgia's just been marching. There's going to be a play action. It's a wide receiver screen. He's going to bust forward, and it almost spurts out ahead, but he does get tackled, but he does get the first down. All right, I'm getting kitty attacked again. I don't know why. Okay, it's 1st and 10 at the 44. Hand off and go. McIntosh gets all the way down to the 30. There is no resistance on this TCU defense. They're already wore out. You notice that they're not approaching the line with any push. The holes are wide open. They're just kind of going with the flow right now. Georgia's going to run down the field and score as many times as they want. Bennett's under center. And there's a handoff. McIntosh busted out wide right, left. He's going to get 7 yards on first down. But there is a flag. What's up, Pizzle? So the question of the day, a holding penalty on TCU again. Georgia is too good. TCU just doesn't have enough to compete right now. There's a nice big hold there. What's the good word, Pizzle? Are we going to have a Bridgewater, or is there any possibility? Are they trying to see if they can get Tua ready for that game? I know what the answer probably is, but I'm still going to ask the question. There's another run. And he's going to get 4 or 5 yards on that one. That's Edwards. I have not seen the Belichick Christmas album, but I got to clip it. That would be hilarious. And yeah, I agree. I like the game where the clock just runs. Going to go play action. Looking down the field. He's shooting for it all. In the end zone. Caught, but it's incomplete. He went out of bounds. McConkey thinks he had it, but he was definitely out of bounds. Great concentration by the wide receiver there. Let's see. He came out about 2 inches out of bounds. He just missed coming in bounds with that catch. Third and 15. TCU's got an opportunity to get a stop here. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask, man. Bennett goes across the middle. He's going to complete it for a first down. And he's going to keep going. This Bowers character is something else. The wind is out of TCU's sail, and they're just kind of along for the ride right now on these defensive plays. There you go, Rebecca. He's relentless. They're definitely headed for 40 or 50. Georgia takes a timeout here. That's kind of surprising. Yeah. Kitty doesn't like to be ignored, Rebecca. That's all it is. If I don't pick him up and let him in my lap and let him waller me to death, he will sit here and claw at my ankles. Hey, if there's anybody in here that's gaming fans whatsoever, and you want to watch Alex play some Fortnite, join the Crawl Crew on the Twitch link in the chat. Nathan just posted it. Yeah, Ashy's a good kitty, and he's way more calm with the sweater. He's chilled out. And when he doesn't have the sweater on, he gets the zoomies. Hey, Ohio State, it is hard for their fans to probably watch this. But would they have fared any better is the question. Well, they did fare better. I'm sorry. Duh. Yeah, they played a really good game last week. I think they played about as good as they could have played in that game. And if their kicker would have been ready to rock, they could have won. Really surprised to see Ruggles miss that kick. Not going to lie. I really thought Ohio State was going. Good job, Dave. I remember that game. You were controlling it for a good while. It took a comeback for you guys to win that game. There's the handoff. He's going to run to the edge. He's going to get about 6 yards on first down. All right. And he's going to get the first down, but not quite score the touchdown. It's going to be first down goal to go at the 1 yard line. I didn't hear that, Dabney. I tend to stay away from a lot of the press conferences and stuff. I like to keep my thoughts to myself a little bit and not be swayed, but I will definitely check that out. Blamed on the horrible defense. Is he talking about his defense playing horribly or horrible defense on the other team? Oh, I agree that. I do agree with that. Those are two of the best defenders that were on the team in a way. Uh, they were definitely the defensive leaders on the team next to Trace blocking shots. But you're right. You know, I don't want to see a coach ever, say that that's the reason. That may be the fact, but I really don't want to hear that as a fan. I want to hear take some responsibility, work harder on defense. Let's get a couple more guys to step up on the defensive end. And you know what? You got a deep bench. Keep going to the bench until somebody plays the defense you want before you worry about their offensive skills. A la Coach Knight. Take a play out of his book. Some call it depends, Jack. What was the question? I'm from England, so we don't really know. But I hear a lot of people say that college football is a bigger event than the NFL. Some of the college stadiums, like Dave said, are huge. What is it? Michigan? I think Michigan might have the largest. Uh, Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but some of the college stadiums are massive. So, yeah. Next stream. Um, Probably tomorrow or Wednesday for picks for the weekend. We may do a short stream. I'm in here tomorrow night for basketball as well. Or Wednesday night for basketball. I'm sorry. Touchdown, Georgia. There's another one pushed right on in. Yeah, I think Michigan. Just one more commercial. Yes, sir. Don't get me going about commercials. I start ranting and I cry a lot about them. Yeah, the bad thing is that usually in a game like this, you see some kind of push or stop from your team that but they just seem to be getting pushed backwards and are kind of lethargic on defense. Georgia's just going to keep wiping the floor with them, 31-7. Yeah, I thought so. What's it seat, Nathan? Is it over 100? All right, there's the kickoff. Let's see if TCU can run the 2-minute drill and get anything. I agree. I like college events for the students in the stands. Just look at like basketball games where the students are not on campus when the games are happening. The crowd advantage is so weak, but Big Ten games during the week in the middle of winter where the students are they don't have nothing to do and it's freezing outside are some of the best games for like college basketball that you'll ever see. The crowds are absolutely nutty. You think it's nutty on these football stadiums where they can't hear play calls. Go to Assembly Hall in January or go to Michigan State. It is just amazing how loud it can be. Money line lock for the weekend. Buffalo. And there's another one lost behind the line of scrimmage. There is just no place for this TCU team to go on offense. Their defense is wore out. I have no hope. So yeah, I'd say San Francisco. No, San Francisco will probably cover this weekend too. Definitely on the money line. Definitely take San Francisco and Buffalo on the money line this weekend. I mean, I know that's not a big a big take to take the 2 seeds. But, you know. Honestly, I would take my Bengals on the money line too. But I don't bet my own football team. And there's another interception by Georgia with 36 seconds to go. A weak pass by Duggan shows that it's just completely over at halftime today. It's just there's just not a lot of fun left in this game, y'all. I'm just saying. And he's going to throw it for the end zone. And then if it wasn't by another saving play, that would have been another touchdown right there. B. Clark gets a hand in there and knocks the ball down. Dude, Dave, you know what? There's some high school football in Texas that is inevitably as good as some college football to go watch. It's a great experience. Texas high school football might be as good as is the state of Indiana high school basketball. And I'm going to say used to be. Bennett goes for the end zone again. That's going to be a touchdown. They're talking about it. Both guys come down with the ball, but they're going to give him a touchdown. Yeah, that's different. That game was like this TCU team being up 33 points at halftime. This TCU team can't move the ball. All right, Cat. Be fair. You don't want to get punked today. It's amazing the difference in a couple weeks, though, because you could have made an argument that the Michigan team was just as big and talented on defense as this Georgia team. You could make that argument, but it's a totally different game. Hey, Gene. I wish I was hanging out with y'all today, but I got to do my game. And this thing here is in a landslide, slaughter, murder. Georgia's up 38-7. I am getting to watch videos, though. Here, watch this. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. I'm getting to watch videos. I just can't really participate in them. Let's see. That's good enough. I seen Ken chalking it up in chat a little bit about people running over. I'll have a conversation with everybody again. It's amazed that people can't tell time, but that's okay. Nice to see you, though, brother. It's ready for some football. Did you see your Lions, Gene? Did you see your Lions knock Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs? I'll fight with Ken over it. He wants to get rowdy. Heck yeah. You got something to cheer for next year. I think I'm going to make the Detroit Lions my official NFC team next year since I don't have one. I think I'm just going to, every chance I get. No, this looks like Alabama scheduling. I don't know, Kennesaw State as an early season game. Any chance Rodgers stays? I say no. I think he's gone one way or the other. I think he's done with Green Bay. Northern Alabama. I think Rodgers is done one way or the other. Whether he retires. I know, right? We got two choices today. If we can't win, if we can't go to the playoffs, then neither will they. Absolutely. Dan Campbell should be coach of the year. I don't think anybody should argue with that. And I don't want to hear you might honorable mention Pete Carroll. I think that's a good one. But Dan Campbell should be coach of the year this year. Doug Peterson should be honorable mention. I think the job he's done in Jacksonville is excellent. Brian Daboll's in that mix too. Yeah. Harbaugh and Rodgers in Indy. Can you imagine that? And there's a run. It's going to get it out. They're going to get about 5 yards on first down. And this is going to go into halftime. They might get one more playoff for. Duggan gets it. He's going to hand it off. And he's going to be stopped for a no gain. Well, he actually didn't go down and fought it for another 2 yards. Man. Right on. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate it. Jeff Saturday, he'll be managing Zach Wilson at Walmart. You know what I don't like about Jeff Saturday is that I don't know how that all worked out, but I know that he was offered lower coaching jobs and just kept turning them down, turning them down. And then they offer him a head coaching job to, finish the season out. And he acts like he's good enough to take that. He made a lot of mistakes there for sure. The Manti Te'o Notre Dame team. Yeah, it's just college football, man. If you anymore, everything's gone south there. When we were talking about that earlier, all the Southern schools are just, the SEC's dominating, and they truly are. That cap hit is lower if they trade him before a certain point. I just don't remember what that is. I know there's a rule to that I can't quite speak on, but I know that cap hit is huge. I don't like Notre Dame, Sean. I'm not technically in Indiana, but I will be in about 9 hours or so, maybe 10. Well, they would be better off taking Rodgers than they were taking Wentz. Come on. The one thing about Notre Dame, the best thing about Notre Dame is Rudy. Is it washed up yet enough for Indy? Derek Carr fits into several other teams, but he just makes so many stupid mistakes. I want them to draft so bad. They're gonna draft C.J. Stroud. I bet. I know that's really going to depend on who comes in to coach, but if they draft a quarterback, it'll be C.J. Stroud. If they're going to go, you know what? If they're going to rebuild Indy, they need to find a quarterback that they can win with in a year or 2, 3, whatever it takes, and draft him, develop him. Get Peyton Manning in as your quarterback coach. Yep. I don't think your wide receiver room is that bad. I think it lacks one good playmaker. Your running back room is not too bad. Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. There's a lot of money in that O line, and I think your defense still is satisfactory. I think you're a couple good players away from contending. I thought that y'all would be better this year. I didn't realize that Frank Reich was going to lose his mind. Yeah, that was a pretty rough year for Matt Ryan. Yep, there was a lot of things that went bad in Indy this year. But you know what? If Carson Wentz wouldn't have fallen apart and choked last year, a lot of their problems wouldn't be real problems still. I agree, Sean. You know, I look at it looking at Indy because, being close to Indy, we see a lot of the news, and watching Andrew Luck was the most disheartening thing in the world. There was no money invested in protecting Andrew Luck. And Andrew Luck says, "Look, I quit before I die on this field." And that's, they had a good guy. They should have let Peyton develop him, let him sit behind Peyton, or let Peyton develop him for 1 year and help build up, get it ready for him. But Indy had no patience. They dumped Peyton. It was just, that's when I turned against that whole organization. Wentz would have probably done better than Matt Ryan this year, I'm not going to lie. Good for you, Sports Cat. Look forward to reading your posts. It's just a shame that we always, it's so easy to speculate on what a quarterback's problem is. Oh, he chokes under pressure. Oh, he does this. The one thing that we really don't know about a lot of these guys is what is their overall mental capacity? How strong is their character? Um, a lot of really solid questions. Yeah, I mean, look, last year's, yeah, I mean, look, I listened to some of the Indiana sports broadcasters about, how they felt about last season. And, everybody was excited about Wentz, right? Everything was looking on the up and up. But I still feel like, and I don't know this to be 100% true, but I feel like Wentz is a locker room cancer. I never felt like his players are behind him 100%. They're just going through the motions, saying what they got to say about their leader. I always feel that way. I think Alex feels the same way about Wentz. I'm pretty sure that her and I are in total agreement that it's his personality that sabotages the team, and it's just who he is. Matt Ryan this year did not have a strong enough personality probably to run that team. I think Colts need somebody that's very vocal and very committed. It doesn't have to be the best arm, doesn't have to be the best quarterback in the league, but they need a real true leader on offense. What's up, Mickey? Mickey's gaming table in the house. Yeah, look, and you're right, Nathan. Look at what he had there. They've got a great 1-2 punch at running back and some very scary, talented wide receivers. And that may be too, Dave. But I look at Carson Wentz the same way I look at Derek Carr, the same way I look at Kirk Cousins. I just don't think those guys are it. No. Dogs got this game. It's just going to be keeping the clock running in the second half. I like the way you spelled dogs. Yeah, I mean, just a trade that looked good on paper, right, Dabney? Good job, Nathan. Way to make Mickey feel good about himself. For Rebecca. Woof, woof. Man, you know what? I would give just about anything right now to have a competitive championship game like we had last week when we had the two semifinals. But as a Colts fan, Dabney, how much of this do you blame on Ursay? I mean, yeah. Well, Philip Rivers was a very serviceable quarterback that had a good arm, and he was smart. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. That's all you really needed was a quarterback that wasn't going to make a lot of mistakes. A game manager would have been awesome for you guys. As a fellow NFL owner, I have a low opinion of Ursay myself. See, Dave, I know you do, man. You're probably the best owner in the NFL right now. I don't know about needing a new wide receiving core. I just don't think they've had anybody to adequately get them the ball. Top 29 for sure. Hey, I'll tell you what. You can take Jim Irsay and you can take the Castellini group out of Cincinnati on the Reds, and we can eliminate them from professional sports, and I bet you it would be doing both sports a favor. No, TCU did not show up. They're overpowered, outmanned, and they have no fight left in them. Yeah, you know what? I gotta say, I think the Colts should just break it down and start over. Get a coach, whoever's going to coach, start from scratch. Let them rebuild the team. There's nothing wrong with having a 2 or a 3 year plan and starting over. You got one or two, you got a few pieces on that team that you want to keep a hold of. So be it. But it needs a makeover. Get you some draft capital. Start trading. Yeah, it does. This game reminds me of the Manning Legion of Boom Super Bowl. Hurts to watch. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure, Sean. Right on, Sports Cat.
Dude, it's the Lord of the Rings ring.
What?
It's got the Lord of the Rings markings in it. No way.
Finally, Fire Downing. Probably blasphemy to a Colts fan, but I would fleece someone for Jonathan Taylor. Running backs aren't people. Don't pay them. It's in the context there. You'll find it. Should say self-promotion, Sports Cap. Yeah, I'm going to guarantee you folks right now that somewhere around an hour from now or just thereafter, I am probably going to shut this down early, as I don't think I have the strength to go the distance with this game. Well, if you can do it, Mickey, then I should be able to do it too. Nathan gave me a few pointers last night, and I learned a few things about OBS, and I'm going to work on it myself. I'm going to start spending my free time playing a couple of my games just to see. Yeah, the people in Indy feel like that's the one saving grace right now. That's awesome, Nathan. I appreciate it. I seen that you sent some chats, and I was going to wait and read them when I sit down with OBS again. I would love that, Mickey. I absolutely would, because that's just something I'm not good at, and I really need to learn a little bit about it, and I can translate it over to my other streaming stuff. So I'm lazy that way. I would rather be taught than try to figure out. Yeah, I got about an hour, Rebecca. I'm gonna go till about 10:30, 10:45 Eastern time. Definitely staying here until then, but I'm definitely gonna go for at least another hour and 10. That's how long for sure. It's up to you. I appreciate you being here. It's nice seeing you again. Poll shuts down at the end of the third quarter for sure. $33-0. Crafty man, you're on it. I don't think I'm going to do dumb bets in the Super Bowl. I made my dumb bet yesterday. I saw pretty numbers, and I thought I'll jump all over that. Mickey, all I got to say is females. Get stacks of ones and bet on everything. There you go, Cat. Look, Cat, you can promote, just don't flood. Capiche? Oh, that's cool. Stupid bets. I got it. You know, Mickey, you should have just put your foot down. Put the foot down. All right, everybody. What's the biggest upset that we may see in the first weekend of the playoffs? The biggest potential upset that could happen. I want your team name, but the team that's gonna get beat in the first round of the playoffs that nobody probably thinks. Loses the wild card on the bye. Oh, Seattle over San Fran. Dude, that would be horrible. No, Jack. The guys, it seemed like the teams like to travel over there. It's kind of cool. Oh, come on. So far, the biggest one on the board is the Vikings, and I kind of agree with it. Jacksonville beating the Chargers isn't an upset. Crafty says the bye beats Kansas City 27-21. I like seeing the fans of London for sure. I didn't watch the Germany game, I don't think. I think that's another one, Dave. I think Tampa might win that game. Dallas looked off. I think everybody thinks that the NFC could be the one that's upside down. Can the Vikes ever truly be upset? No. I got to consider it, Cat. I'm not sure yet. I love baseball, though. That's for sure. Yeah, it really is getting popular over there. The NFL is definitely looking to expand, and nobody like the London Englanders, man. That get into the English get into football, man. They really are good fans considering they haven't had it for a while. I like watching the Mexico City game too. And to add insult to injury, TCU has to kick off the beginning of the second half, and they kick it out of the end zone. Let's see if Georgia goes down here and scores. It's I mean, Tennessee's got to show some fight here. Tennessee, TCU. What's up, JJ? Vote on the poll. I'm sure it doesn't really much matter anymore. Let us know who your team is. Biggest upset in the NFL this weekend coming up. Pick a game. Oh, dang, Mickey. At least it seems that way, Jack. Yeah, I really feel like the NFC can be upside down for sure. Man, I don't want to see Lamar play hurt, but if he's 100%, I would rather him play in that game. Mickey says, I show love for DeMar, but the Bills need to lose. Man, it feels kind of scripted for Buffalo, doesn't it? The TCU Horned Frogs are pretty good. I feel like they're outmanned today, but they do get a 3-and-out to start the third quarter, which they desperately needed. Georgia scored on every possession last half, 5 touchdowns and a field goal. This is the first actually punt that Georgia's had to do today. So, hey, you know what? Let's start the second half right. Yeah, bringing the West Coast to the East Coast is tough. That was targeting Bengals-Eagles Super Bowl. I'd like that. Georgia they're bigger, stronger, and more talented. TCU had a lot of grit last week and played well. It's just, they got punched in the mouth today and never got up. And they can't get out of their own way. Probably Dabney. I would say so. More equipped, for sure. He's not returned to practice yet, Crafty. I think he's sitting the rest of the season out. And Alex has arrived in my chat. Good. All right, TCU's got the ball. Let's see what they can do on first down. And they run, and he's going nowhere. What's up, Skater Boy? We're trying to make it through the game, buddy. I agree, Crafty. But also, a team doesn't know what they don't know. I think Harbaugh is going to be a Colt. I really do. Right on. Well, I like TCU as well. I think they're a great story. I agree. Arnold, thank you for the comment. TCU's championship game was last week playing Michigan. They played the perfect game for that game. Michigan was bigger, stronger, deeper. They were more resilient and made more plays from the quarterback position than McCarthy did for Michigan. Yeah, I love Doug Peterson. And TCU has to punt. The only thing that makes sense about Denver for Harbaugh is the fact that they don't. It's a situation that I don't think many coaches want. Jack, great conversation, sir. You're always welcome. I love the chat. It's been fun. I wish it was a better game. Alex is doing fantastic, JJ. She's about 6 foot above me right now. You have a good night, Jack. Probably getting pretty late in your neck of the woods. Dan Quinn. Isn't Dan Quinn the DC for Dallas? Or what does the DC for Dallas have to do with it? Oh, right on, JJ. We live in Kentucky too. Oh, Dan Quinn, if he's going to stay a coordinator, he'll stay in Dallas unless they fire McCarthy and try to get Sean Payton. I mean, yeah, coaches want something, right? They want to walk into a situation that they feel that they can work with. I mean, of course he's being asked for interviews. He did a pretty good job in Atlanta. He goes to Dallas to be a DC because he wants to coach. Yeah, you know that doesn't work that way though, Dave. Usually when they bring in a new coach, a new coach wants to have his people. Ownership generally doesn't get to dictate. All right, let's see what we got going here. Georgia's got the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 45. Man, a coach wants a high draft pick or a great young quarterback or something to start with. And it's hard to pick what you really have in Denver right now, other than cold winters. And he goes all the way down. There's just nobody's playing defense for TCU. Bowers just continues to run. Quinn is an obvious selection. There's another run by Milton that gets a few yards on 1st down. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. I mean, and Denver wants to try to fix what's going on with Russell Wilson, although they played good their final game. Well, so did Lovey. Lovey said he expects to stay with the Texans, but that didn't happen. I don't expect Dennis. Dennis Allen's the one that I really don't expect to be fired. I mean, I hate to sound discriminatory, but a lot of the quarterbacks that are having a lot of issues is the ones that's not 6'5". Goes deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. And Bowers is just killing them by himself. KC is talking to Lou Lovey about taking Spags' place. I don't know about all that. They wouldn't be doing that right now. Crafty, I'm a short guy, dude. I'm just saying. Bowers it should be an opportunity to be player of the game. 45-7. It's a blowout. I don't think Georgia can do. I mean, they've only had to punt one time. It's not even a match. What's up, Pinecone? Thanks for dropping a comment. Was you a TCU supporter today, sir or ma'am? I doubt it, Crafty. Heck yeah. I did too. It's good for college football. It would be really good for college football to see a school like TCU win this little tournament. And you know, I'm definitely more about the growth of the sport and, you know, it being more fair to some of the other schools, and having a school like TCU come in and win this year would have been huge. I just wanted them to be competitive. They didn't even have to win the game. I'm sure. But that's what we do when we support, man. We get high hopes. You know, they played really well against a bigger, stronger Michigan team. The difference in those two teams between Michigan and Georgia is quarterback play. McCarthy did not play that well for Michigan, I don't think. And he had no ability to run the ball until later on in the game. And they've just taken Duggan's ability to run out of this game. So definitely thank you for stopping by. Hey, man, if it's not too much trouble, Pinecone, smash them buttons. The like, the subscribe. If you want to join the fam, you're more than welcome. Yeah, and you know, and somebody said today in here earlier, one of our Michigan fans said that at least he's coming back next year. So that's good for Michigan to have him come back. What a great character that young man is. He is definitely the right type of kid. He donates all of it. He helps feed people with his nil money. I watched that piece on him, and I was totally impressed with Blake Corum. I really am good. I became a fan of his. What do I have going tomorrow, Mickey? Well, I got to work, and then after work, if Alex and I don't stream, not much. And I don't know when her and I are going to do picks for the weekend, but we've only got so many games, so we can do that any day. Yes, sir. I agree with that, B. And there's a good run there. Good first down run. Okay. I definitely have some time, regardless. Definitely got time. Whether it be a Discord or in here, we can do it. And there comes the blitz, and Duggan escapes. He's going to get the first down and steps out of bounds. That's the first time he's got outside of the pocket and gotten free today. Obviously, a little too late, but hey. That is only the 6th first down for TCU. You know, we get in the Discord and the voice channels and sit and chat every once in a while. Just it's a definitely a different area. You get to talk to people. You get to learn a little bit more when you can talk. I got it. Right on. What's up, Mr. Feast? Mr. Feast. Who's your team, Mr. Feast? Who you like? Who you think the biggest upset will be in the NFL playoffs this weekend? Who do you think is going down? And if you don't mind, smash that subscribe, the like, join the Discord, participate in the poll. I'm closing this poll because we're not getting any more votes. 69 votes. Georgia's got the win, 62-38. 37. Crafty Discord offers a voice rooms. And there is an incomplete pass on 2nd and 4. 69 votes. Nice. I don't know. Nathan just said it. I don't know what that's all about. I'm not participating in anything that riles you up today. All I saw was Nathan. We going to talk about Shelby and Alex? Nathan, quote unquote. Mickey said he wanted to talk about OBS. I don't know, Nathan. It's not what I see. I don't mean to bus kick you, but I gotta live within vicinity of those two. I dare you throw me under the bus. Because if I throw you under the bus from 150 miles away, it's not like it's going to hit you for a while. But if I get kicked under the bus at 10 seconds away, I might die in my sleep. It ain't me, Shelby. And Nathan's lying. All he and then he tried to blame it on Mickey. Said, "Hey, all it says is we going to talk about Alex and Shelby." I'm saving my own life tonight, Nathan. It's going to happen. Yeah, but that's just it. With recruiting being what it is, you're always going to have. That's why I think expanding the playoffs is a bad idea. I know. There's Mickey's statement. Shelby is an Alex thief. It's getting a little brutal. What's up, John? We're in the middle of a lopsided game today, which I was afraid of last week, and I get it this week. Yeah, John, I really did too. But the second that I saw that defense couldn't stop anything, I mean, they scored 5 touchdowns and 1 field goal in the first half, never punted once. I knew just they had to get stops. I thought the field goal stop in the beginning was going to be big, but I want a Georgia Bulldog. Definitely the better mascot. Mickey, you're here to stop the bleeding, right? And I think they got a first down. The fans are disinterested in the game. They're just watching the clock go. Mickey, tread lightly, bro. They'll start beating on you. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Georgia that's got the ball. That's why they got a first down. They should empty their bench as of right now. And McConkey takes off the other way. He's good to the 40, and he tries to split defenders, and he gets knocked down about the 42. All right, Mickey. Don't do that. You're gonna get in trouble. I know you're playing. Oh, come on, Nathan. You're not that innocent, bro. Oh, my God. He's got time. He unloads and goes deep. Oh, can't hold on. Yeah, I know, man. Pretty nice throw by Bennett there. I've been impressed with Bennett's arm, but the secondary play from TCU has been rough today. It's going to go play action. Goes across the middle. Fires a bullet in there to number 5 for a first down. Bennett looks like he's just on cruise control. He is locked in. He's throwing some dimes. Flag on the play, DPI. TCU has not helped themselves on penalties today either. Today was horrible, Alex. I was hoping for a little bit more. Stetson Bennett looks a lot like Davis Mills. I mean, the way he plays, not the actually physical appearance. Dave's been good today. Those people weren't really here tonight, Alex. We didn't have too much of that. In fact, I was voted bestest boy by a 2/3 poll, and my two grandmas and mom. Wait, which one didn't like you? Which one didn't like you, Dave? Bennett throws another freaking dime. Gets it over to Washington. That's a big boy. There is no defense. There's just nobody there. In the first half, Georgia was attacking the sidelines. In the second half, they're attacking the middle of the field. As TCU's defense spread out wider, it opened up the middle. They wouldn't tell you? Did you spend a lot of time with your grandparents on the weekend? There's a handoff. And McIntosh is only going to get no gain on that. Bradford for TCU makes another nice stop. $3:19 to go in the third quarter. Georgia is on a 7-play, 71-yard drive, and they move it methodically. No resistance. There's a screen pass. McIntosh doesn't get any blockers, and he's going to lose a yard. Okay, here's a question for the 11 of us that remain. Did today's performance increase Stetson Bennett's draft status? He definitely has the arm strength. Touchdown! What a beautiful throw to McConkey. What a beautiful throw. You don't think so, Nathan? Right on, Cat. You should. You love it. I mean, attaboy. Build a fan base. That's how you do it. Extra point is good. And I don't know about that, Nathan. Third round at best. He can make a lot of good throws. I mean, it's like playing against a scout team, but man, he makes good throws. I mean, that's it, man. If you got something you love, focus on that. And people love it when you love. You know what I mean? I mean, that's true, Daniel. I mean, that's the knock on every Alabama quarterback that's ever come out of the draft. But just based on his arm strength and the ability to throw the ball well, he reads the field pretty good. I'm just saying that I betted up his draft status today. I don't know how far and who's going to want him. Is he only 5'9"? Well, never mind. I don't want Kyler Murray. I go back to I agree with Nathan then. We don't need another Kyler Murray. He's 5'11". So he's almost 6 foot. I'm still on the fence. Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson. I think his draft status will be a little higher. I think because he can make the throws. No, they got taken down. They didn't lose, but they got taken down. Remember when they went to Missouri and got played tough against, and then they bumped somebody above them, and then they had to climb back into the number 1 spot. Which is a stupid reason. It was a road game. Yep, I think so, B-Wade. But you are number 1. You go and you get punched in the mouth by a home team that's playing inspired football, the University of Missouri. Then you have to come all the way back and beat them from the depths of hell, and then they demote you because you didn't win dominantly. But what the heck is the difference? You win. It's the same in the scoring column. You win, you stay where you're at. That first half went so fast. So they're going to let the backup quarterback play the rest of the game, it looks like. As Duggan evades 2 tacklers, he's got time, looking to throw it away, throws it all the way back across the field and overthrows his target. Max Duggan does not look good today at all. Just outplayed. All right, 3rd and 8. There's a snap, back to throw, unloads, caught, and TCU gets a 1st down and more all the way into Georgia territory. I really want to see TCU score 1 more touchdown before I leave today. Handoff. And about 3 yards, 2 yards on first down. Yeah, I believe so too. Georgia is pretty close to a pro-style defense. They're the size, they got the speed, and they definitely play the part. And to see his effort tonight, looks like he would be very outmanned in the NFL. A lot like Johnny Manziel. Not big enough, not strong enough, not fast enough to beat it. He's running for his life again. Thank you, Rob. Nice to see you, brother. Pretty cool video. It was a good lineup tonight. Yeah, I clicked through every one of them tonight. I was doing my stream here. I was trying to chat a little, but it gets hard to do two things at once for sure. I'm telling you, man. Average Packers fan, 36. They should have given the trophy to them at halftime. Don't let people get hurt. You know, that brings up a great point, 36, that, there should be some kind of mercy rule. Well, if they still have to play the whole game, at least keep the clock running. Something to that effect. There should be some form of mercy rule, but when people pay good money to go to these type of games, they're going to play it out. But yeah, I don't want to see people get hurt. I think the health and safety is absolutely on top. If a game is this far out of whack, just let the clock run. It's definitely had a pretty good day in here. Had a lot of good conversation tonight. A lot of it was not about this game, but we had a lot of good NFL conversation, a lot of good baseball conversation. Yeah, Georgia won last year, and they've got a very a good portion of their core coming back next year, although they will have a new quarterback who you'll probably see here in the fourth quarter. But they will have a good portion, coming back next year. So they should be in contention next year based on their schedule, the way that it looks currently. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them back in this playoff next year. Alabama, 2011 and 12. Yeah, that was what I thought. But it is what it is. Ohio State lost to Michigan. TCU lost to K-State in their conference championship game. So it's not how many games you lose, it's when you lose it, how they really determine it. But it's not an easy thing to win back-to-back titles because there's always somebody in that SEC conference that's ready to rock. Duggan's back to throw. He's got time. He hits the screen, and it gets blown up for a 2-yard loss. Georgia is still fired up. It's fourth down. TCU has not had the ability to get the ball downfield. They've dipped and dunked the whole game. Lassiter just laid a big hit. Oh, yeah. Ohio State should have won that game. And you're right, they will probably be the favorite next year. And Duggan gets hit, and he almost throws another pick on fourth down. That's going to be a turnover. And that's going to keep, well, we're going to change over possession here. Yeah, the way too early playoff next year. I bet you we see Georgia back, and I bet you we see Michigan back with or without Harbaugh. Let's see, Michigan, Georgia, Alabama, and let's see, what's going to be the oddball this year, next year? Can't think of another trending. Watch this. Here it is. Here's my prediction for next year. I'm going to go Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, and USC. There you go. University of Southern California. Because they ain't got nobody to play out there, and they're going to squeak it out. Hey, just calling it like I see it, Nathan. They're going to pull Bennett out of the game. It's going to be his last game as a Georgia Bulldog. Ever being It's in the Blood house tour? I doubt it. I'm going to continue working on my studio area down here, but that's about it. Lincoln Riley is going to build that program out there. He is going to make it what he was at Oklahoma, and I just feel like everybody's going to want to play for him, and I don't think Utah is going to much matter. I don't know. I don't know who their backups are. The kid that's coming in, probably. You'll see here in about 2 minutes when we get back from this commercial. But, man, this really tanked the ESPN's ratings for today. They'd really hoped for a big-time show on this, and I bet you the ratings tanked. Oh, yeah, he's a crier. Hey, if anybody wants to watch the Packers and the Lions game, it's on NFL Network right now. We got Family Guy on Fox, FXX. No doubt. Hey, Dave, I'm sure you really want to watch that one again. I didn't get to catch much of Grossi last night. I didn't get to hear his reaction too much. Bennett reminds you of Matt Ryan a little. Fair. Different hair for sure. Daniel says, I love that Packer Lion game. Dave didn't love it. Dave probably threw stuff at the TV before that thing was over. So LaFleur was trying to call timeout, and he just decided to go up there because he thought he was going to get the timeout just to make sure the ball didn't get snapped and people acted stupid. He went up there and just tried to get the ball out of the way. And it just ended up going completely awry because I don't know that they ever got the timeout called or whatever. It just ended up being a mess. But you know what? It's not his place to do that. Yeah. And then you decide to react to getting pushed, which that 3 points probably didn't kill them. But sure made it a lot easier for him to get. And quarterback comes in and drops a dime in there. Yeah, Stetson Bennett does look a little bit like Matty Ryan. Your stream was deleted on YouTube. What'd you do? He's going to try to run the ball here. Number 22 gets the carry. Yeah. Don't show the game. Don't cuss. Don't use audio if you want to stay live. It'll tell you if you go, they take it down. It's still in your YouTube studio. You can go in there and see why they took it down. You'll have a red flag. All right, let's see. Let's see a couple more plays here. He's back to throw. He lets it go deep, and it's just a little bit overflown. They're not going to throw a flag on that. It's going to be 4th down and 5. I'm assuming they're going to pull him off the field. Should we feel bad for Georgia fans or feel good for them? Yeah. It's been since Herschel Walker before I felt like they were relevant before. There's the snap. He's going to go for it on 4th and 5. He unloads. Dude, another dime. Gets the first down. Beck is trying to be the next quarterback of Georgia. Get to know the name. Hey, if you want to feel bad for a school for college football, feel bad for Indiana Hoosiers. They don't have nothing. Snap, handoff. Gets inside the 10, carries forward, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone on a second effort. 22 carries the whole defense in with him, and Georgia scores another touchdown. And just like I promised y'all, I love their coach at Indiana, though. I'm going to say that. It's just recruiting is impossible. Robinson with the score. Georgia's going up 58 8-7. And guess what? This is a nightmare for the rest of the day. We're running out of stuff to talk about. I'm going to call it a day. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. Also, congratulations to TCU for just making it here. Good game. Thank you, Dave, Nathan, Rebecca, if you're still lingering. Crafty, much love. Sports Cat. Oh, my score's up. It just hasn't updated yet. Damn, have a little patience. You guys are awesome for hanging out with me. I wish it would have been a better game and we'd had a little bit more fun with some different people, but everybody came and went. Much love to you all. See you guys very soon. Check the Discord and the community tab for updates. And yeah, let's leave you with some shark action.